and welcome. I am the Sterling and today we are playing Going Medieval. We pick up this episode right where we finished up last time. The Timber Fort is beaten and in need of some TLC after the jerks brought a bloody trebuchet last time and pummeled it with rocks from the other side of the bloody map. But hey, I don't hold a grudge, so we need to get on top of fixing that. As you can see, we have finished digging out the trench for the river, which that's fantastic. We can now start putting down some plans there. Now we just need to continue digging out every ounce of stone out of this mine. We're going to need as much as we can for this castle. So now let's start planning out the substructure and the river under the castle. We're first going to need to replace this section here with soil. So we'll put that in. Done. And bang, bang. That should cover it. Is there one more? Yes, there is. There. Fantastic. So we've replaced that soil. Next, we need to add clay brick walls. So we'll put one here. And one up here. Just to here for the minute, so we'll cancel these. I'm not 100% sure how far we're going to come out. So we'll work it out as we go along. Just pause it for a minute. Next, we'll want to delete that. And we'll want to delete that. We'll build stairs over here for them to access the mine. So we'll build stairs over here. And how will they get down? Actually, what I'll do is I'll build stairs. Actually, why am I building stairs? Let's do ladders. There we go. Ladders. That's the answer. So let them take care of that. So William, you can prioritize that. Harold, you can prioritize that. Right. Edward, you can prioritize that one. And Alfred, you can prioritize this one up here, bud. There we go. Done. Now that they've taken out the stairs, we can continue putting down the clay bricks. So we'll put a clay brick wall here. And a clay brick wall right here. So that's going to be the river. So the first floor of the castle will start up here. Now the plan is, over this side here, we're going to have to dig out to put in the kitchen. Up on top, on this section here, is going to be the Great Hall. Above that will be the library, and then above that is going to be the living quarters. Over here, I'll be digging this section out here, and that will be for general storage, at this point anyway. And then underneath the kitchen, you'll go down a couple of levels, and there will be a cellar for food. That's the plan. So I've been having a bit of a fluff around, looking at sizes, all that sort of stuff. And I think by accident, I've actually done it correct. So let's have a look. Delete this edge here, because looking at this, that there, so that won't exist. That bit of timber, all that timber will be gone. That's just there as a placeholder to stop the water rushing in at the moment. It's a dam. But once all this has been replaced with soil, that's where the castle's going to start getting built on top of. But looking at it here, that there is exactly the distances I wanted. So that's perfect. Couldn't have done that better. So let's start planning in some stuff. So what we'll do is we'll grab limestone block wall, chuck one there, chuck one there, and one up there. One up on top of there. What we will want to do though, is we're going to want to chop that out. So we'll chop this one out here. Done. Right? Next, we're going to want to dig this out here. Because we're going to want the water to rush down here and flow out nice and easily. So what we'll do, just grab all that and like that. They can dig that out and I'll have a look. Perfect. I think we'll leave it like that for a moment and let them get it done. Here we are. They're finally starting to repair the fort. Got to get it ready for next time when they come with a trebuchet and just start pummeling us. If they bring one trebuchet for this fort, what on earth are they going to bring when we have what I've got planned built? Seriously. Winter held Sterlington in its icy grip, so the settlers gathered around the fire on long, dark evenings. They need to bundle up in warm clothing and heat their chambers to beat the chill. Here we go, we're now in winter. Now it's time to experience moody, grumpy settlers. So let's check our heat. So we'll show the temperature map. Bring it down. That's cold in there. And it's cold in here. We better tell them to light this. No, it's telling us it's on. This one's on. It's a bit warmer in there, but still not much. It's only, oh wow, it's 3 degrees, 4 degrees. See, that's all cold because I think it's missing the roof, isn't it? No. Why is that so cold? Is that on? So how about the windows? Are they all closed? Yep, all our windows are closed. Windows are closed. Better close these top windows. Not that it's going to do us much good having this massive gaping hole in the roof, but hey. So there you go. They're going to close the windows. Hopefully that can warm up. We'll check on it in a moment. If it's still cold, we might have to have the intensity go up from medium, but we'll see how we go. So as you see, they've started now putting in the brickwork, which is good. They're making light work of it too. And they're starting to dig out this section, which is good. The settlers are already starting to get moody and annoyed of the cold. I could start setting up some fires and stuff for them, but who has the time? So having a look, we have plenty of clay. We have 3,899 at the moment. That's plenty of clay. It's the clay bricks we don't have. So we're bottlenecking with clay bricks at the moment. So once I've finished mining out this area down here, I will have to get someone crafting clay bricks as a full-time job. But for the minute, this is the priority. So now I can start putting in this section here. We'll have a limestone block arch here. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is just modify the brickwork here. Maybe something like that. Do it on this side too. There we go. Just smooth out the edge, give it a little something. And so that's the beginning of our sewer, or what I like to think of as a sewer. Okay, so I'm going to start now planning out this section over here, which will be the general storage, and I'll start putting in the walls so I can get a fair idea of what I'm working with. So there we go. That's where the general storage will go, is in under there. Now basically, I'll be mirroring the exact same thing on this side for the kitchen. There you go. So what they'll be able to do is once they finish this section here, I've taken this little chunk of wall out, so then they can start digging in and doing this. So there'll be 2 towers, one either side, and then there'll be a central entranceway into the castle itself. And there we go. We've got a visit from a merchant. We'll head over with Harold and have a look if they've got anything for sale. Let's have a look. Had a look, they got bugger all that I want, so if we weren't so nice, we'd kill them for this disrespect. Let's have a look what they're actually carrying weapon-wise. They've got some nice weapons on them. Nah, we won't do that. Our settlers are starting to become unhappy. Alfred's very unhappy, as you can see. So hopefully after a good night's sleep, he's in a better mood tomorrow. We better double check the heat inside the fort. Yeah, I don't think that's satisfactory. So what we're going to need to do in an attempt to fix this is go through and raise the intensity of every single brazier to high. Now, we'll see how that goes. Ah, look at that. Already starting to make a change by the looks of things. I don't know if I've got enough braziers in this big central area though. Oh, then again, still pretty damn cold inside the bedrooms. We'll just have to see. He's going to get himself trapped if he's not careful. Come on, Harold, think. Now we can start putting the inner wall on the storage area down here. So we'll put this one here. There we go. They're slowly getting there. So bloody Alfred's become rebellious. Let's see what he does. Oh, okay. He's just going to pray. Hopefully it makes him happy and then he stops being rebellious. So now I'm just doing a little bit of the terraforming in this corner here. Might have to push the river out ever so slightly to make it look a bit more natural, but for the minute, we're just putting in this bit. Maybe something like that for the minute. Yeah, I'll have to start making this a bit more natural. That there can be deleted, and then I can push out the terraforming a bit. I didn't know we could terraform underwater. That's a new thing. I was just testing that out. Logic dictates that you shouldn't be able to terraform underwater, but I just got to keep my eye on what they're all doing, because if one becomes idle, there's a good chance they've become trapped. So I just got to keep my eye on the left here, make sure that no one gets themselves into a bit of strife. Let's have a look at how our jobs are going. So who's crafting? Athelstan and Edward are our two people who craft. There are also haulers and stewards. So at the moment, we're going to make hauling and steward on both of them a 3. That way, we can... Another merchant, we don't need anything from him yet. So we've now made crafting a priority of 2 for both Athelstan and Edward. And we've raised hauling and steward up to 3. That way, we can start getting some of these bricks built. Because I told you, we need a lot. Problem is now, it is going to slow down the terraforming and the building that we're doing. But we've got to make choices. So now we'll start filling in some of the other areas that we need to terraform. For instance, this little area here, where we mined out all those resources before. We'll leave this section here so then they can still get down the stairs. But other than that, we'll just fill in all that. And fill in that there. Let's say that looks about right. So looking at, I'm not the greatest fan of this big flat edge. It's just ugly. So I'm going to have a fiddle with that and see if I can make it look a bit nicer. So what I'm thinking is I might put in a little bit of something here like that. What I can do is I can delete that and then maybe I can bring that across, bring this across, put something here just so it's not so flat. Because look at it. Really don't like the flatness. Same goes for that. That's... not a fan of that either. What we might do is just dig out some of it. So maybe... How many we got there? That's 2, 2, 2... Maybe I'll go something like that. See how that looks. See how that looks. And fantastic, we're finished in here. So what we can do is we can delete that ladder. And now we can run the rest of the wall. So we'll run that one there. We'll run it all the way down to here. Fantastic. And then we can run the limestone brick walls as well. Whoops. Did I put that somewhere I shouldn't have? Nope, that's fine. So we'll run that to there. And then we'll run this all the way down here. And then that there. Looking good. Here we go. So like I've said in the first episode, I've had a few incidents with water doing some weird and wonderful things. And I say that class of weird and wonderful. Have a look. Now I don't see how it's doing that or why it's doing that. Shouldn't do that. Even though it does look pretty cool though. But we're going to have to come into the dev tools. We're going to click on the water debug tool. And then we go clear water. There we go. All that water's gone now. So now we can turn that off. Now, if we come right up here. Now the downside is the fish are all dead. Okay, so it will kill your fish. So it's not the best thing. But if it's either kill the fish or have some weird janky thing going on, well, you got to do it. Now, once we start back up, the water should just flow normal. And it hopefully has fixed whatever that problem was. Better double check I haven't trapped anyone in the process. So let's have a look. What would have caused that? So it shouldn't have been coming through here. But maybe it was skipping across here. I don't. We're about to find out, aren't we? See? There we go. That's how it should be. So, we fixed it. Yay! All fixed. No more cascading waterfall. Other than the cascading waterfall we originally had. So now they've finished digging this section out. We can plop in that there like that. Bring that one out as well, I think. Let's have a look. Then we could bring this out here a bit. Maybe put a little bit of something up here. Like that. I don't know. Yeah. Then we can go bang. Push that out a little bit. Maybe bring this across here like that. Alright. Yeah. Perhaps something like that. Just to break the wall up a little bit, eh? So we could even go so far as to have this come out like that. And then we can have that like that. And then maybe not that there. So maybe have it come back a little bit like that. And then a bit of soil in there. Yeah. I don't like this bit in here, so I'll take this out. What I might do is take that bit out. Yeah, I might take that bit out too. Just like that. There we go. Maybe something like that. Looks a little bit more realistic. Maybe not that one there. Let's bring that back a little bit. Cancel you. Let them put it in and we'll have a look what it looks like. Put in a ladder so they can get up there to work. And then we'll have to start digging all this out. So I might tell them to start digging out this end. There we go. So now they can dig this section out. I'm leaving this for the moment so then this area doesn't flood. But I want this section here all the same height as this section here. So we get like a 2-story waterfall coming out of here. So that means I'll also need to cut this out of the ground as well. So sooner or later, dig this out a level. So I might go ahead and dig this down too now. Put in the wall and a ladder. Double check distance. Should be 5, yep, good. As they always say, measure twice, cut once. Or in my experience, measure once, cut 5 times. Look at them go. Might put in a ladder for them. So I'll put a ladder in so they can get down to work. What we might do, I've been sitting here trying to work out if I like the idea of it flowing down multiple times, or if it flows down one big time here and I take this whole thing down one more level. I'm decided that for the moment, I'm going to leave it at this level here. So I'll just take this whole section here down one level. Once I've got water running out of here and I get a good look at what it looks like, then I'll make the choice. But for the moment, I don't want to go doing something that later on I'll regret. Like the other Sterling has done. Look. You bloody idiot. Come on, someone come and rescue him. Dig him out. Come on. There we go. Bloody Sterling. They're really taking their time mining this, aren't they? Oh, well, that's why they're taking their time mining it. They can't get down. I was picking on this Sterling for being dumb, but this Sterling here behind the microphone doesn't seem to be much brighter. There we go. So we've dug that bit down. Now we can dig this out. We can also delete those stairs for the minute. Oh, no, we won't delete those stairs just yet in case I want to do some more fluffing around with all this. That will probably be the face of it. But hang on, no, sorry. We've got to think. If I cut that away there, the water will then flow down here and flood that section there, won't it? We don't want that. So we're going to have to leave that little wall. Which that's all right. We might fill it in a little bit, actually. Or should we? Let me have a look. Just imagining when this block here is missing, what that will look like. We'll have to see once there's some water in it. See, that one might be a bit much. Thinking if I take that away, but leave the one under it, it'll give it a bit of a step. We're going to leave that there. So, probably take that one away. So then that will wrap around. That will probably be gone. Then it will be all gone up to here. Then that will come up here. Yeah. Have they built this ladder yet? Yes, so they've built that ladder. So hopefully now they'll actually start digging this out. Because we're waiting on this. New settler! Woo! Okay, so we're going to help her. That means we're going to be attacked in 1 day and 8 hours. And we now have a new female. Yay, there's 2 of them. I'd like to introduce you to Isabella. So let's have a look. She's got some moderate wounds. That's not good. So she's going to be down and out for a little while. So we'll start with the schedule. The usual copy and paste. Done. She's part of the ranks. Now let's look at the jobs. You know the drill. There we go. So now we have a new carpenter. Isabella. She's our carpenter. Which means no longer is William or Athelstan the carpenters. Athelstan is now purely just going to be doing crafts work, so making bricks. And William will be our smithy. But now we have a designated carpenter. That's fantastic news. Now, having a look, she has a 16 in melee and 5 marksman. So she's going to be another one to pick up arms. I'm not sure what weapons we got. We better go have a look. So I think we'll give her a sword and shield. One-hander, all shields, helmet, and all armor. There we go. But we won't see her for a little while as she'll be resting and healing up. But just have a look at all those resources. We've got a little bit of everything in there now. Look, so we've got some limestone, dirt, iron. We've got clay. We've even got some gold in there. What's this over here? Salt. Is that coal? Yes, we've got coal. That's fantastic. Like, that is filling up so quick. And we've still got a big chunk of mines still to go. Then there's other mines that are located elsewhere, such as there's a big one over here, which you can't see because, of course, it's snowing when I'm showing you. But there's resources here and it's scattered all over the map. So we're going to have quite a few mines going. So I better get comfortable with them digging because I can see on the horizon that's mostly what my people are going to do on a regular basis. So let's keep putting down the limestone brick wall for the castle. So we'll put it in here. In here. There we go. Okay, so now we're ready to flood this area. So we're going to go that, and that. Have I forgotten anything? No. Let's flood it. I know it doesn't look like much yet, but bear with me. Just this center section here is going to dwarf what we've built over there. Oh, look, they've built a pool. Yay! Not sure how natural that looks. So what I'm thinking we might do is take this and we're going to go, okay, well, we're going to dig this section out here, right? So we'll dig that across there. So what we'll do is we'll go bang and bang, and then we'll go bang. Where do I want to meet? So we're going to bring it into about here, right? So if I take that back to about there and just sort of carve that in there like that, right? So we'll put that in, maybe that, and then maybe that, right? So that way we'll then carve all this out here, eh? How about up here? What are we looking at? So where? Thinking we'll have you run there. And so we'll have you run up there. So we can have you run to about there, eh? Maybe. So where's the thing going to run? There. No. Cancel you, and cancel you. That looks much, much better, doesn't it? So I'll just run across this wall here. Okay. Violent extortionists. The bard began to tell an achingly beautiful saga of the broken promises. A fatigue, an oath, hair flowing, eyes closed. His fingers ran over a small harp, the ethereal music sweetening the enchantment. You would let Isabel come away, would you not? Spellbound, you nonetheless had to choose. Sterlington's defiant settlers refused to bow to the assailants' demands. So we take up arms. Okay, pause, let's have a look. We have... Well, good news is... no trebuchet! Woo! But no archers. So we're not going to get any new bows. Not that we need them. We look like we're all... Well, that's the thing. We make our own bows now, don't we? So we're actually better off not having archers. He's a big guy, isn't he? The brutal thug. Okay, so let's give him an ass kicking. Where are they coming from? Well, they're coming from this way. Are they going to trash what we've been building, our castle? Or are they going to attack the wooden fort? We're going to find out. 2 arms. So everyone's now drafted. So what we're going to do is the usual. We're going to stick Alfred up here on the entry. Alfred and Athelstan at the front of the gatehouse. Then we'll have Edward on the other side here. Elenor here. Harold here. Then on the ground floor at the door, we're going to have the Sterling, Isabella, and then stabbing from the side, we'll have William. There we go. Hopefully they don't even make it that far. Now let's see what they do. Here they come. Now, we must all cross our fingers that they don't start attacking here. But I don't think they will because there's no workshops or anything here yet. So there's nothing for them to come other than walls. So hopefully they just ignore it. Here they come. So what's our range? Not that great. They are pretty low though, don't forget. We're only a level up. If we were up one more level, we could have more range. But that should do the job. Let loose. Here we go. I'll let them choose who they want to fire at. They're kind of occupied just smashing up our stuff over there. I'm not too worried about that. Wow, they're taking a fair few hits. Okay, so we've wounded a few, but it's a slow going, isn't it? And they're in the gatehouse. They're through the first doors. They're going to start smacking. Yep, they're hitting the next lot of doors. We've got Sterling, Isabel, and William waiting to receive them on the other side. Doesn't look like they're going to get through at this rate. Look at that, another one's down. They're all trapped in that kill zone where they're vast numbers. And we're victorious. 6 swore enemies died during the fight. Alfred was the bravest of the settlers, dealing the most blows to the foe. Sterling took the most damage from the enemy, thinking only of defending Sterlington in the honour of need. Of course I did. Some of the buildings of Sterlington were destroyed under the bombardment of enemy weapons. Nothing we can't repair. Now, let's get the remainers. So we're going to pause it, and all you gonna attack Alyssa? Alyssa, is it pronounced? Alyssa? Doesn't matter, they'll be dead in a minute. No point naming them. Get on! No one escapes. Come on. Fantastic. Now, unleash. Done. There we go. All dead. Once again, we have defended the fort. So we'll undraft them. They can go about their business. We'll release all the weapons. So then they can now pick them up. And we just have to rebuild everything that they broke, which will take all of 2 seconds. So we'll go 1, 2. So that's the front door rebuilt. And once I go through every single category, because I can never remember where anything is. Been playing this game how long now, and I can't remember where anything is? Come on, Sterling. So let's put some more of these here. I know it's cheesing the game a little bit, but I'm not cheesing the game. I'm just putting them there so I can quickly burn and get rid of all the bodies after a raid. It has nothing to do with the fact that they attacked those priors first, and then we can be shooting them while they're hitting that before they hit our base, right? Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. It's all about disposing of the bodies, right? Methinks the Sterling protests a little too much. Don't know how the Sterling got hurt. Did they break the door? Oh, they did. So they actually made it right into the base. I didn't realise that. I didn't think they got through the front door. Yeah, they did. I didn't realise they did. Okay, so that's how the Sterling got hurt. Once we have a smith going and we got some blacksmith, I can start building reinforced doors and stuff like that, which is going to come in handy. But for the minute, this is doing us just fine. We don't need any more than this. Geez, if I really wanted to get a bit cheesy, I'd just add 4 doors. 4 doors for the price of 1. But this will do. I could stick a couple of doors here. That way, they have to get through there. Nah, it'll make it too easy then. Back to work over here. Laying down the rest of the terraforming. That way I can start digging out the rest of this. And there we go. The front door's all fixed up. That's fantastic. Now let's check the heat. We haven't checked the heat for a while. Let's see how it is in the main hall. It's a little bit better. There's a bit of yellow going on now, which is good. Like, what does that work out? No, it's still only... Well, that one there is not bad. That's 8 degrees. That's 9. 9. 7. Okay, so it's not too bad. Now, how are they going over here? Well, all that terraforming's done. So now we can start choppity chop chop. So where are we going to go from? I'm thinking there. Okay, so we'll chop that away there, which will then bring the water down to here. But that's not good enough. We're going to then go there. Probably just bring it out here like that. Is that correct? No. No, it's not correct. So we're going to want it to come down there, there, there. And then, yeah, so looking at that. Is that correct? No, still not correct. So we're going to have that, that, and that, and that. So it's just that corner, isn't it? Yeah. All right, so it's that corner there. Then we'll have that there. And then, yeah, so that and that will go. Then obviously all this and this. That. Looking at it, so that looks like it's natural up there like that. Yep. So that's how it's going to go. We'll obviously have to get in and dig some more out. We'll leave that for a moment. We'll let them get through that, and then we'll see how it looks afterwards, whether or not we'll dig other things out. Of course, they all go to sleep. Come on, get up. Got things to do. And if they don't start picking up the resources out here, it's all going to get destroyed. Make it urgent. Because if these resources get destroyed, oh, it's not the end of the world, but I wouldn't mind them having the armor. Okay, there we go. Get rid of that stuff. Do your job. Stop procrastinating. And we're now in spring. Fantastic. We don't have to listen to them sook all the time about how bloody cold it is. Jeez, that gets so tiresome. Then again, I feel the same way when it's cold. The Sterling's a summer sort of guy. Okay, finally, they're picking it up. Let's go, let's go. Hustle, hustle. Now, we've got a big decision here. Are we hungry enough that we become cannibals and start eating the dead bodies? A little bit of long pig? Maybe not yet. I don't know if we're quite there yet. We'll see. Maybe next year. We're going to have to do something. They're taking this really long route. So what I'll do is I'm going to put that ladder there, which will then bring them down here, right? So if they come down here, then they can just come down here. And then maybe another ladder here. And then another ladder here. There we go. So now, if we build ladders, they'll be able to get up and down there. Then I can go through later and delete them all. Now what's going on? Alfred now considers Harold a friend. Yeah, you build that wall. Go, Sterling. Really? Did half a job, mate. You too, come on. You guys are slack. Thank you, Isabella. Animals are hungry. Probably because I don't make animal feed. Make it up to 20. Make some 20 animal feed and then shut up. Ah, look at this. They're now planting this year's flax. Fantastic. We should now also tell them to start making summer clothes. So, let's do that. So we're producing... That's bricks. Sterling, come on, mate. Come on. That's better. How many settlers we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So producing 10 winter clothes is perfect, right? But now what we need is to start producing summer clothes as well. Until we have 10. We'll make 10 summer clothes. Then, what else? Might make them some straw hats as well. Once again, so we have 10. And we won't worry about the fabric hats right now. We don't need fabric hats. Just some straw hats for summer so they don't get burnt. They are poms, so they do get burnt pretty easy. So we don't have much raw food. All we've got is milk. So we need to start hunting now that we're into spring. So we're going to come over here to the overview tab. Whoops, we're not going to hunt everything. We're going to then drop down and get the oldest up first, like so. And then we're going to hunt the oldest animals first. And that boar. There we go. So we'll have a heap of deer and one boar. And then we can then turn that into some more meals. Fantastic. Happy hunting. This is all coming along quite nicely now, isn't it? If only they would hurry up doing everything I've asked them to do. The Sterling's not asking much from them, just for them to do their bloody jobs. Slack. So we're now going to start backfilling this area here because they've mined this out. So we'll go bang, 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 bang. Just general backfilling. And how high are we going to make that? This is all going to be pretty high. So what I might do, just level it in about here for the minute. Yeah, so I don't think this section here, this section here is not going to go above that tier there. This section here might, but this section here is about where it should sit, I'd say. Oh, no, actually, sorry, I'm wrong. No, that's going right up, isn't it? Something like that, I'd say, maybe. And then look at it. Might bring it out a little bit. Then tiers down. Oh, maybe not. No, bugger it. Just all go up. Sheer cliff face, maybe. Maybe like that. There we go. Something like that, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have a play as we go along, shall we? Maybe I should watch what I say. Have a play as we go along. Doesn't sound appropriate. It's not that sort of YouTube video. So, there's these weird ramps inside the waterfalls. So I need to destroy them, and hopefully then everything will start looking a bit nicer. But looking at it, that to me looks a bit more natural than what we had, doesn't it? Could even go ahead, maybe destroy that there. I think that will work. As you can imagine, the water's going to flow out here, and there'll be another waterfall just like that coming out the mouth of there. And then on top of that, you'll have a nice big castle. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a ladder on the side of the castle here. That way they can get up on top of the wall to build the things they can't reach. And then I can start thinking about maybe building some form of platform or scaffolding so then they can build the next level up. In fact, might think about doing that now. So let's just do that. What we'll do is we'll add the walls. One in there. One all the way across. Like so. Next we'll build that all the way to here. All the way to here. All the way to here. And then whatever else can be built there. Yep, good. And now we can start putting in the platforms. So we just build a platform across there. Not there. Silly Sterling. Now cross here, and then across there. So now we'll be able to reach the next level. We also have to start thinking about windows. So where are we going to put these windows? I'm thinking what we're going to do. So we'll have one there, one there, one there, one there maybe. Just like that, right? We'll leave no other windows for the moment because I'm not 100% sure how it's going to look when I'm done. So look, fish is back. Fantastic. We get our fishies back. Woo, fish. Whoops, what have I done? I must have missed when I was putting windows in at some point. That's a bit silly. Not the end of the world sort of silly, but still. Now, we should start considering the towers. How are we going to do these towers? Well, what we need to do is we need to go, well, I assume that's the wall of the tower there, right? So we need it 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, look at that. Perfect. Tower wall, tower wall. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There you go, 5 by 5. Same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sterling might learn to count one day. And then we'll bring that out there. There we go. So that's the inner side of the wall, right? We will then have to build the outer wall of it, which will look like that. And the outer wall here and here. Fantastic. So now that will be, that there will be the beginning of the towers. See? That will go up. Got to work. Now that this is all done, we can start putting in a floor. So we'll put a floor in here. There you go. Put down bricks. So there'll be clay brick floor in there. And then once this is done, there'll be a clay brick floor in here as well. So we're going to put in iron doors here, iron grated doors, so then they can attack through the doors. But we don't have iron yet. So either I will buy some from the next merchant, some iron that is, or they'll build them after we start smithing. But either way, that's what's going to be here is these iron doors. And here we go, our friendly merchant. So once he gets close, so we'll send Harold over to barter. Hopefully we can get a good deal on iron. So here comes the merchant. So we'll grab Harold. Unless, we haven't checked, is Isabella better at speech? Oh yes, Isabella is. Come here, Isabella. She's now going to come over and barter. Okay, let's have a look. Do they have iron? Got iron nuggets, but we have iron nuggets. She doesn't. Nah, no iron. That is disappointing. So maybe it's time for us just to finally bite the bullet. Here you go. So smelting, 30 chronicles, unlock, done. Now let's go into the workshop. Come over here. Go across to smelting, and we'll put in a smelter here. Like so. Done. That way, we can now start smelting iron, and we can get those doors built. And our resident smelter is going to be William. William is our smithy. Fantastic. So now it's time for us to start thinking about pillars. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in the arches first to support the pillars. We're going to go wall, 2 spots, and then we'll have an arch. Again, 2 spots. So 1, 2, arch, 1, 2, arch. Right. Same off this wall. 1, 2, arch, 1, 2, arch, 1, 2, arch. Right. And then there should be a space of 2. Perfect. So now on this side, same thing. 1, 2, arch. And then I'll put the last ones in when I can. Now, that means we can start building pillars. It's going to look a little something like this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 off of there. The whole way down. Now, if you remember, as I've mentioned in the previous episodes, these archways being connected to something that is stability 4 because it's sitting on solid ground, these archways become stability of 4. So these pillars then will become stability of 4. And we're going to take them up again. And then again. Trust me, there's method in my madness, don't worry. It'll all make sense. Because they're going to go right up and into the library as well. And once again over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that there is just the Great Hall and the library. Above that will be living quarters. So you're starting to get a fair idea of just the sheer size that this is going to be. And this is just the first little bit. Then we're going to have towers and a gatehouse. Then there's going to be an outer wall and a gatehouse. So this is just scratching the surface. This is all the time we have for today. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.